Good day. My name is Jonna May R. Altrecha, and this is my argument essay entitled COVID 19 Ends Year 2022. After 2 years of contagion and death, COVID 19 is shifting again. Omicron is spreading faster than any previous variant, but it's also proving less malevolent. There's growing talk that the worst pandemic of the past century may soon to be known in another way as endemic. Health experts, however, are preaching caution, saying there's too much uncertainty how the virus will evolve, how much immunity society has built up, and potential damage if people stop being careful. Multiple studies, meanwhile, point to Omicron as being less severe to previous strains. Beyond that, it appears to already be burning out in some places. The rate of new infections in other countries are falling after December surge, while hospitals admissions in the Philippines and some countries are leveling off. In my own observation about the rate of cases of COVID-19 pandemic, it is really leveling off, and I do believe that this pandemic will end this year 2022. As vaccines more become more widespread, it's getting harder to judge the state of the pandemic by the number of reported cases alone. People might still be getting infected, but if they're recovering quickly, that might not be a problem. According to Henry Ting, Delta Airlines chief health officer, we're coming down from the surge and endemic stage. Up to 95% of the population, when considering vaccines and prior infections and new treatments such as antivirals that significantly lower the risk of severe illness and hospitalization. He said he also expected the pandemic will change the approach to public health threats to national security threats, with growing evidence showing the Omicron variant causes most mild symptoms and low rates of hospitalization and death. More and more scientists are starting to wonder, will the newest variant herald the beginning of the end of the COVID 19 pandemic? Though the Omicron is contributing to a record wave of infections, especially in the West, the newest addition to the World Health Organization list of variant concern could bring about a sudden end to pandemic as early as 2022. Just like SARS vanished without a trace in 2 years, some experts said if basic measures like mask wearing and social distancing are thoroughly implemented, there's a big chance that the new cases will fall dramatically as early as 2 years of this COVID 19 pandemic and all of the different variants we encounter. We all know that it has an end, and I do believe that this year will be the end of this pandemic. By following the health protocols that our government implemented, a safe a safe distance from others, at least 1 meter, even if they don't appear to be sick, wear a mask in public, especially indoors or when physical distancing is not possible. Keep your hands clean, water or alcohol-based hand rub. Get vaccinated when it's your turn. Follow local guidance about vaccination. By following these health protocols, there is a big chance that the pandemic will end this year 2022. Pandemics do not die, they fade away. And that is what COVID 19 is likely to do in 2022. There will be local and season flare up, especially in chronically under-vaccinated countries. As COVID settles into its fates as an endemic disease like flu or the common cold, life in most of the world is likely to return normal, at least the past pandemic normal. As we enter the third year of this pandemic, I'm confident that this will be the year that this pandemic will end, but only if we do it together, quite apart from the death and diseases by which COVID 19, the pandemic threatens 2 decades of progress on health. However, there have still been breakthroughs and progress. We need governments to continue using tailored public health and social measures, including testing, sequencing, and reporting of variants by all countries without fear of punitive measures, and all of us need to play our part.